Thomas. I'm the principal here at Highland Hills, and I want to welcome you to our awards ceremony today. We do this 4 times. This is the 3rd one today, so if I seem a little bit tired or haggard, it's probably accurate. This is the day where it's just total chaos and I'm not in control, and that really drives me berserk, just so that you know. But I appreciate you being here to support your children. I know that you play an active part in their life because you're taking the time to be here today, so I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Our teachers and our staff members have worked really hard to make sure that they looked at all their records and checked for accuracy to make sure everything that they're giving out today was available to every student and every person in their classroom. I want to thank our teachers, I want to thank our staff and our administrators for all the work that they do all year long. I know it's very tough, and it's getting even more difficult of a job because of all the other things we have to deal with, and I really do appreciate everything you do. I do want to recognize one person real quick before we get started. Mr. Brewer. Not only is he a great teacher, but he's an absolutely fantastic human being, and I appreciate everything that you've done here. My dad told me when I got into this job, he said, you can always be replaced, but nobody will ever forget you. And so I also say that to you. I really appreciate everything you've done. Thank you so much. Retiring at the end of the year, so I also want to just say how much I appreciate her and the things that she's done for our school. So thank you very much. Before we begin, you need to have rules. So when you come to get an award, our teachers are going to call out your names, and when you come up, you'll come up on the left-hand staircase, and then receive your award, go down on the right-hand staircase. If you're uncomfortable going up those things, then you're all so welcome to come up the ramp on the side and go down the stairway on the side over there too. But if the students will just come up there and get your awards, and I think everything will be great. Parents, you're more than welcome to take pictures, but remember the ceremony needs to go on, and we don't have time to stop and do that Highland Hills photography kind of thing. But you're more than welcome to take pictures as they're coming across the stage or coming down. At the end of the ceremony, we give out our citizenship award, and in your program, if you picked one of those up when you came in, all the description of all the awards are on that back page. That's one of our really highly distinguished awards, so we're going to have those kids, when they come up, they'll stay here on the stage and we'll take a picture of them so that we can post that on our social media pages and our website. I'll do that. And then we'll dismiss all the kids to go back to class. So parents, if you'll just wait in your seats until we get all the kids out of the auditorium and get them back to class, I promise you I'm going to send them home at 3:45. I will not keep it a single one. I appreciate you being here today, and again, thank you so much.
Director, and this is Paul Shepard. He and I teach women's choir together, and so we want to give out our women's choir awards first. And we have 2 lovely ladies who have worked really hard this year at being a wonderful kids in class, working hard, as well as their attitude and the way they treat others is also outstanding. We'd like to award those to Lydia Purley and Abby Daly. Seventh and 8th grade boys all coming together to sing together. It's been the most outstanding year for them. And I would like to give out 2 awards to 2 7th grade young men who have shown exceptional behavior, as well as exceptional work ethics, as well as just great kids to work with and have been great. And I'd like to give those to Zach Kiva and Jacob Titus. This has been an extremely exceptional group of young people who have worked extremely hard this year. But I always give one male and one female award out, and I'd like to give those to Nathan Jekyll and Kayla Singh. That we like to give out, and these were decided on by myself, Miss Betty Weber-Flock, who is our choreographer and our assistant director, as well as Mr. Steiner from the high school also chimes in a little bit on this, as well as our tech director, Mr. Evan Wise, who worked with us as well. And so I'd like to start off with our tech awards, and our two tech awards go to some folks that worked really hard for us, and those are Preston Sparkman and Olivia Stepp. Of ensemble members this year, a lot of which were 7th graders, so this was a very difficult one. But we would like to award the ensemble awards this year to Caleb King and Roxy Miller. Supporting actors that were in roles this year. And these are supporting roles that aren't always on the stage all the time, but these are roles that are very important to the show. And for their work, we'd like to award the supporting actor and actress roles to Hakan Packwood for his role as Lurch, and to Cassidy Nevitt as for her role as Grandma. Outstanding actors and actresses for their roles as Fester, Spencer Johnson, and for her role as Wednesday, Ruby Miller.
Directors here at Highland Hills. Mr. Elmore works with me, and I'm giving out the orchestra awards this year. The 7th grade orchestra students were exceptional. We had a record number participate in the concert orchestra, and that group, in addition to all their other performances this year, received gold with distinction in the highest group at a contest. So I'd like to recognize those students if they can come up just briefly and get a certificate, and if you could hold your applause. So if you would, Samantha Bull, Mitch Verdal, Carson Stokey, Patrick Singh, Matthew Roach, Kelly Park, Ella Neefus, Millie Muner, Ella Leitner, Anna Kantz, Caroline Hildreth, Natalie Digman, and Sam Allen. And even though all of those students were removed from the 7th grade orchestra class to be with the concert orchestra, the 7th grade orchestra this year, for the first time ever in the history of Highland Hills Middle School, also received gold with distinction in contest. And I have the hard task of picking out 4 of them to recognize today. And I'll say those 4, and then if they could come up. Sydney Field, Emma Pugh, Severin Johnson, and Delina Mesfin.
Like to mention that Mrs. Johnson is retiring this year, so let's hear it for a master of music. Hello, I'm back. My name is Phil Thomas, along with Mr. Paul Shepard. We team teach the 7th grade intermediate band. The 7th grade intermediate band, in fact, if all members of the 7th grade intermediate band would stand, because I'm going to brag on you. If you're in the intermediate band, please stand. The 7th grade, remain standing. I've not bragged on you yet, remain standing. The 7th grade intermediate band went to state music contest and entered in the 2nd highest level of difficulty of music. And the state music contest is kind of like our I-Step. It's like I-Step for band, orchestra, and choir. And they received a gold award with distinction. So congratulations to them. Now, of course, we picked 7 of the outstanding 7th grade musicians. With the talented band students that we have here, that's a very difficult task. 2 of these students were actually in the 3rd period concert band, and the rest of them are from the 7th grade intermediate band. So I'm going to call their names, and if they would come line up here on the stage. Reagan Schmidt, Clark Rockhill, Jacob Ernst, Josh Vogel, Leah Frazier, Parker Totten, and Boston Ross.
Some pretty incredible artists, and it even helps I've got them written down on this here piece of paper if I haven't mentioned it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start out by reading Miss Emerson's students. She's living La Vida Loca somewhere on vacation. I know. All right, so I want to go ahead and start out with, even in middle school, art is a foundation. Before there was the written word, we had art. It's a reflection of not only us as humanity, but it's a reflection on life. And any person that can be recognized for the way that they record something as beautiful as life's experiences, I am very proud to announce these following students. Let's see. Looks like I've got 5 here from Miss Emerson. I'd like to meet Miss Chelsea Tanner. Okay. Miss Ashley Hayes. Quinlan Cunningham, Ruby Miller, and Kathleen Smith. and it looks like I have 4. Starting out with Lily Kerben. Can I also meet Miss Kelly Park, Elizabeth Kenemitsu, and Madeline Langdon? Great job, ladies. It's nice to see the faces that go with those signatures. Thank you all so much.
Good afternoon. Here we go with our 7th grade PE and health awards. For Miss Fox, Gavin Stevens and Carissa Gartman. And Olivia Eastridge. Miss Richards, Ella Naples, Brayden Poe, Millie Munier, Owen DeLuca, Robin Jones, Cody Biebelhauser. And Health Awards, Claire Bermal and Abigail Messer. Don't trip coming up here to get your PE award. For myself, Jake House, Mandy Hess, Allie Main, Sam Applegate, Anna Kantz, Kevin Smith, and Health Awards for Anna Thomas and Casey Roberts.
All right, I'm Dave Michelle. I'm going to recognize one going on during the wellness program at Georgetown. And those two are Caitlin Winchester and Kaden Oliver.
I'd like to introduce Spencer Beatty, who types 120 words per minute at 100% accuracy.
Edel. Keely Page. Mia Cochran and Caitlin Stokowski. Special. It's a certificate of completion, and it goes to Jacob Titus. He made it.
Good afternoon. My name is Mrs. Murphy, and I also teach 7th grade English. It was an extremely hard decision, but my top 6 English students are as follows: Mia Cochran, Emma Haley, Jack LaFollette, Ruby Miller, Skylar Stewart, and Caitlin Winchester.
But I do have one, and that goes to Bree Cates. My top 6 students by period. The 6 award winners are Riley Loftus, Carson Brown, Coy Yankee, Cassidy Nevitt, Joshua Fogel, and Riley Henderson.
I was so lucky this year to have so many wonderful students. These 6 were examples in and out of the classroom, and they are Caitlin Winchester, Robin Jones, Nate Hines, Jack LaFollette, Natalie Dingman, and Skylar Stewart.
This is always such a hard decision. My top 6 are Lydia Purley, Gabby Wheeler, Harrison Kane, Ashley Scott, and Ainsley Nance. So I have to think here for a second. No, it's not a second period. It's Ashlyn Jewell. I'm sorry, Ashlyn. Come on up.
It should have been you.
I teach 7th grade math, I teach pre-algebra, and also math lab. And what I decided to do this year, which I do, well, every year, is I try to find the student in each class that has demonstrated the highest performance level throughout the year. Some students will kind of do really well one part and then they kind of tucker out, or maybe they'll kick it in at the last minute. But I try to find the student who really sustained all 9 weeks throughout the year. And my awards go to Elizabeth Dehoney, Zoe Tack, Boston Ross, Gabby Wheeler, Kendall Rumpel, and Anna Curry. Math and pre-algebra, and as Ms. Bowling said, I try and pick a student from each class that exemplifies enthusiasm in math and gives just a great effort throughout the year, and is a student that participates and just that I know I can always count on. And those students are Madison Pike, Kaylee Johnson, Lauren Bainline, Ainsley Nance, and Reagan Baker.
And then my top math 7 students, and then I've got one student who is, I would say, best all around, just a good kid, always keeps me in line. He could probably teach my class some days for me. So my 6 are Katie Napier, Amelia Duckworth, Alexis Heiner, Emery Waterbury, Brendan Nicholas, and Nate John Banya.
Hello, my name is April Elmore, and I am the algebra teacher. It was really difficult for me as well because I probably have about 10 kids who pretty much maintained over 100% the entire year. They were very excited about math, and my students know that I think math is beautiful. I hope they think it is as well. Anyway, my top two students that I would like to recognize are Jack LaFollette and Leah Cochran. Also the honors science teacher, and so this is maybe even more difficult because I also look at additional information, not just grade point averages, but also how well they produce lab reports and get involved in class discussions. So I have 5 awards to give for my top 5 students. They are Jack LaFollette, Boston Ross, Leah Cochran, Emma Haley, and Riley Loftus.
Well, wait, okay, Joe, science. No, Jack.
Top 6. It's called total points and for the year. And I have 6 who had the total highest points of all my classes. Ainsley Nance, Madeline Langdon, Isaiah Monroy, Jaden Gomes, Delaney Cook, and Garrett Trout.
And I have to read this, I don't want to mess up here. This has been a wonderful year of teaching for me, thanks to the many students I have had who did more than just show up for class. You know who you are, and I thank you for all the times you engaged in discussions, helped others during labs, and for making the effort to really learn about science. Regretfully, I can only acknowledge or recognize 6 of you up here today to know that you don't have to receive a medal to have achieved something great and lasting. The 6 I have for today are Gavin DeBrunner, Alexis Heiner, Nathan Shepard, Lydia Perlee, Keely Page, and Nolan Phillips. and been there for 2 years. And yeah, short things. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, Science Olympiad is a competition not of athletic ability, but of strength of mind. This team challenges students to learn about subjects, broaden their understanding of this amazing world we live in, and of the endless sky above. It was once said that the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but is a fire to be ignited. Following students have that inner fire burning to know more. As I read their names, I challenge all of you to look inside yourselves, find that spark of interest you have, and kindle that flame into a fire that takes you wherever you want to go. Our Science Olympiad team this year, in the 7th grade, were Connor Bassett, Nathan Jekyll, Elizabeth Kanamitsu, and Catherine Ormsby.
hard every day, and they've made my first 9 weeks at Highland Hills very enjoyable. So I'd like to call it Sam Wynn and Gwyneth Miles. Being recognized for their participation in Student Council. Kaylee Johnson, Alex Elrod, Reagan Harvey, Abigail Messer, Kylie Weaver, Maybe Smith, Renna Jackson, Addie Barrett, Natalie Beeman, 7th grade rep Amelia Duckworth, the Vice President Mia Cochran, and our President Ella Leitner.
Our 7th grade student ambassadors. Student ambassadors is a program we started just a couple of years ago, and they have become integral in just how we operate at school, tours and open house times, and just being a friendly face when people walk in this very big building. So here are our 7th grade student ambassadors: Connor Bassett, Christian Durham, Robin Jones, Ryan Meyer, Becca Mooney, Hallie Mosier, Aiden Phelps, Emma Hugh, Nicole Stiles, Clayton Boyles, Georgia White, and Caitlin Winchester. Thank you.
guys look at it. It's not me, but
If I could have just a couple teachers to help us come up here and give out all the honor roll. The list that I'm going to read now is pretty extensive. We have some very bright young people in 7th grade. These students have received an A both on their first semester and their second semester grade. So when I read your name, come up and get your award. Sam Applegate, Lily May, Shauna Baker, Addison Bannett, Connor Bassett, Cody Beeblehauser, Avery Bilsman, Molly Bowling, Jaden Bowers, Mia Cochran, Delaney Cook, Gavin DeBruner, Lillian Spain, Natalie Dignan, Elizabeth Dahoney, Amelia Duckworth, Josh Russell, Ava Franklin, Claire
okay, this is such a shock moment, Josh.
Chris Gartman, Ashley Gibson, Mackenzie Newman, Emma Haley, Taylor Hall, Owen Harmon, Abigail Hart, Ashley Hasty, Alyssa Hess, Amanda Hess, Alex Reiner, Silas Hawkinsmith, Lucas Iredale, Kenna Jackley, Ashley Lewis, Bryce Johnson, Haley Johnson, Spencer Johnson, Robin Jones, Harrison Kane, Elizabeth Kinamitsu, Nina Kant, Jack Ocklet, Margaret Rich, Stella Wester, Sam Little, Riley Loftus, Elena Meskin, Amelia Jr., Brayden Meyer,
Brayden!
Becca Mooney, April Nance, Caitlin Napier, Ella Davis, Cassidy Nevitt, Brendan Nicholas, Melissa Oster, Hawkins Hackwood, Keely Page, Kelly Park, Tachi Perry, Aiken Phelps, Logan Piper, Emma Pugh, Lydia Perkins, James Roach, James Robinson, Chase Rogers, Boston Ross, Kendall Ruffles, Brooklyn Sherman, Ashley Scott, Patrick Day, Kevin Smith, Madison Lopez, Lydia Springer, Natalie Sturgeon, Brendan Fiona, Cora Herringer, Chelsea Leader, Lucas Teeter, Kylie Leader, Caroline Neely, Claire Wheeler, and Caitlin Winchester. Okay, if I can have your attention for our final award for today. We are going to announce our top 10 citizens. These students were nominated and voted on by their teachers. They're students that we feel are just the full package. They are bright and kind, but also very respectful and very helpful, and just a top-notch student. Therefore, they are. So I'm going to start with our 5 girls. Lily Despain, and when you come up, ladies and gentlemen, please just stay up on stage. Lily Despain, Ruby Miller, Lydia Perlee, Skylar Stewart, and Caitlin Winchester. Sam Applegate, Nate John Panya, Hawkins Packwood, and Boston Ross. Again, if we could just have another round of applause for our top students. Not only these are a great sample of our students, but they also represent you guys as a class. And I know that there's many of you up here that got many votes and nominations. So we are just packed full with a great 7th grade. So we're very proud of all of you this year. We wish you the very best in 8th grade. We know that you will make us proud and as you prepare for high school. So I am just very pleased with how this year went. Are you guys very pleased? Yes. Okay, we have come to, Mr. Kramus is here. I'm going to hand the mic over to him.
All right, well, I want to thank all of our students again for the great year that you've had. Remember, next year you'll be back and we'll all be here together again for one more year. Yay! Again, thank you parents for taking part in your child's lives. It's very important that you do that. So thank you very much. So teachers, if you want to take your students back, parents, if you'll just wait for a few minutes, we'll get them out and we'll have the next group